As you see, the idea of inspiration of this research, right, is come from André Malraux, the French culture minister in the early 1947. Yes, you can see a little picture. The idea of museum without wall is, in that time, right, photograph, high quality photograph, maybe not that normal. So he gathering the set of photograph, of the artists from several places around the world and exhibit together. So that way, right? So he called museum without wall. So the idea of museum without wall is evolved into the virtual museum. Like after that, right? You will see the development of high resolution images from black and white to images. And then in 1984, the computer desktop revolution, right? Apple introduced QuickTime VR. So the reason for that movement, right? All the virtual reality tool in around 1980 is come up with the goggles and with the glove, right? It's expensive and it's bulky, it's big, huge. So not for everyone. So with QuickTime VR, it's allowed the user in the massive way to to get into the virtual content, but of course it's non-immersive because it's just showing on the screen, right? And you not need to use the glove, you use just the mouse. And then in 2007, right, with the iPhone, so the next step that everyone got the iPhone. It's a good device, fast and powerful. So you can see more content that available for individual. And then on the 2014, with Google Cardboard, right? With the Google Cardboard, what's important about it is the idea of the goggle for everyone. It's cheap, it's made from paper. And you can, since everyone got smartphone, so you can just stick your smartphone in the cardboard, and then you just wear it. And then the next step, so you will see the more augmented reality or mixed reality into the virtual museum. All right. Okay. So that's the introduction. Okay, 3 minutes. I'm planning to use only 10 minutes. Why do you need that? Okay, so this is the idea that you suggest about the suburb area on Thailand, right? So if you want to go to museum, I don't have to explain how this trouble was, right? And then how it is right now, something like that. So happy face with the tablet or with the phone, but of course not so good for the eyes and healthy that much, right? And then what you expect from that, from this investigation, we more investigate in the something more like design point of view. So on the museum, the development of virtual museum model is communicate and enhance learning efficiency and the outcome of the learning models. So that two objectives for that. So the benefit that we expect from the investigation, with that to benefit, right? So the learning efficiency and the correspondent, the need of the actual user, which is the smartphone already does that, and we put the content in the smartphone. And it can be applied to the National Museum or any museum. And the learning sort of disseminate of knowledge. Okay, on this particular one, I'm talking about the method. We're using mixed method between the qualitative and quantitative. On the first step, we reviewed the literature and all the virtual museums around the world, and then try to come up with something appropriate for Thai models. On this particular picture, right, it's just like, when you look into the museum, they try to integrate TV, videotape, and all sensor to enhance user experience in the museum. And with this particular the mobile device, right, is allow you to carry into the museum. That can be part of enhancement. And the second part is also right on the device itself. We put the museum into the device. So it's just like opposite. And the phase 2 of the methodology, so we used create the prototype. That's what you see. And then we create the evaluation form for the user and let the user play with the virtual museum and respond. So we got about 100 response so far. And then this is the result. So the conclusion come into the 3 features that virtual museum should have: access, education, and conservation. So the average is about 4.66 and standard deviation is 0.64. So my conclusion is strongly agree. And talking about the design point of view, the aesthetic point of view, the virtual museum that we should have is about 3 criteria: simplicity, consistency, and objective clarity, aesthetic value. Okay, so in this particular one, the average is 4.86 and the standard deviation 0.36. All right. Okay, the conclusion. So my conclusion for this research, I feel virtual museum is like a bridge between a museum and the user. So this bridge can help particular user who want to cross the bridge. Of course, there are some users who don't want to cross the bridge, right? A lot of people still prefer to go by themselves, but of course, in this particular one, we enhance or we extend the one that have less chance to go to visit the real museum. And of course, particularly a new generation like native digital. And then the virtual museum is of a range of 2, which can be enhanced in 3 ways, like access, education, and conservation. Just like allow you to access more possibility, and we can use in education. In terms of when I say education, it's not only in school; it could be out school. We can use it to prepare before we go to the museum, and also we use it, sometimes when we went to the museum, we just feel not enough time in the museum. So we still kind of a chance to come back to visit a virtual museum. And conservation, of course, is going to be a very big issue for conservation, like a 3D holographic or restoration 3D scan, so which is allow you to, open the new area of conservation. It's not just only taking a picture anymore. Okay, and lastly, for the investigation, is ongoing research for the philosophy on the concept of the design that it could be adapt to the user, or the research on the technology that we saw on this conference, right? A lot of interesting like mixed reality, augmented reality, and many things to come. And the research on the art and design, on the aesthetic side, which is will be a user interface and user experience, which is more aesthetic side, because my background is from Faculty of Fine and Applied Art. So, not much into engineer. So I cannot do coding, but I can use the software to construct the code, not code by myself. And this is the last one. If you want more information about this presentation, you can use your phone to shoot that QR code. So it's going to link to that slideshow and a group of presentations so far. Thank you very much. Okay, 10 minutes.